Well, g'day everyone, it's Warren and Colling from NQ Explorers. Today we're at the site of an abandoned park that dates from the 1880s, and it was sort of all gone by the late 40s, early 50s. As you can see, it's almost impenetrable jungle now. There are some old tracks and paths and picnic tables and things in here. But we were in here about 3 days ago, and it was driving rain and it was cold and it was very dark at midday, and I made an awesome find which I'll show you now, and then we'll come back to the live action. Here's what happened 3 days ago. Okay, well here we are in this jungle. It used to be a park long ago, and it's raining. Conditions couldn't be any worse. It's not terribly cold. This is the kind of conditions we're faced with. Look how overgrown this is. It hasn't been used for 60 years as a park. I can hear Colling over there with the apex somewhere. I got the Pro with the Nell because I expected it to be difficult to swing around the root balls and that sort of thing. So we'll just keep heading in this direction and see if we can uncover some relics from this old site that was once a public park. Okay, I hope this is visible, and it probably isn't because these digital GoPros just do not like this low light. Look, it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's pitch black in here. But look at this. I just got a florin out of the old park. Big silver coin. Deep in this root ball here, it was about 8 inches down with that little coil. That is an absolute ripper. Okay, that's the right way up there. As you can see, the conditions we're suffering for our craft here. I hope you can see that. 1934 by the look of it, so that's an old 2 shilling inscription around the sides. Awesome stuff. Okay, well that was a pretty good... Well, we've only 20 minutes battling through the jungle. I've got a couple of little lead signals that I've dug, repeatables. Colling's just over the in the jungle there behind me, not really visible. She's wearing digicam, which probably isn't a good idea. Well, so am I. But at least I'm in desert cam, doesn't really match the rainforest. Awesome. Big silver, 1934 florin. Suits the use of the park from the early 1900s into the 1950s. I'm really stoked with that find. Okay, we're back live. That was an awesome find, 1931 2 bob. And that was in glorious condition. It's got a fantastic luster in the background of the coin. A little bit of wear on it, but I'll put up some detailed photographs of that towards the end of the video, or I may have already done it. Depends how this edits out. Anyway, we're going to have a great day in here today in the old abandoned park and playground area. Thanks for joining us. Okay, well here's today's first find. It was just under the leaf litter. Some old copper or brass moulding. That definitely dates from the 19th century. I'm not sure what that is. As you can see, it's quite a large item. Maybe it's part of a, I don't know, tableware or a lamp or something. Oh, it's just a brass fitting of some description. That was a 7880. Here's my next target. It's actually quite an old find. It's a fired musket ball, flat on one side. It's hit something at reasonable velocity, and it was a 68, 66 sort of signal on the apex. I mean, multi-frequency today. Well, as you saw when I was in here the other day with that was a GoPro 7 I had in the rain, and as you know, digital cameras just do not like low light. So in here we've got pretty contrasting dappled light today. I hope this video turns out, otherwise you'll just be boring listening to my voice the whole time. Anyway, I've got a find here. I've just come off the side of there's an old path that led into the park. Colling's on the other side, and I've just got a coin here. Let's have a look at it. Okay, here it is. It was a 80s signal. It's very thin. Looks to be about halfpenny size. Try to get it into sunlight and have a look at it. Actually, the digging in here is quite difficult because of the roots, and they're big roots, like they're rainforest buttress roots and that sort of thing. Don't want to damage the trees too much, so we take care with that. But let's have a look at this coin. Okay, I've just given it a bush clean. I've found a little patch of sunlight shining through so you can see it. I can see it's a kangaroo halfpenny. Can't see a date. Because of the condition I'm dealing with here, and the fact that these coins will be quite dirty and difficult to clean, a bit of a clay sort of content in the soil, I'll do a picture at the end of the finds so you can actually see what we get in here. I'll show you what we're using in here today. I've got a Garrett Apex with a optional 5x8 ripper coil, and Colling's got the Apex with the standard Viper, the bigger coil, which is handy in this conditions because we've got to get down below these root balls. Anyway, we'll see how we go with these Apexes in here today. I'll show you my settings today. Interesting with the new, the first software update with the Apex, which was a pretty simple affair, just plug it into a computer and into the micro USB on the back. When you adjust the settings, this is new in the software update, the backlight comes on, which is actually handy where I am now. So as you can see, sensitivity, I've got it on 7, volume on 4, iron volume, I haven't got that turned on, but it's set on 2 if I need to listen to any iron. There's plenty of that in here, don't worry. I'm on 20 at the moment, but I'll go to multi-frequency, there we go. Channel 3, there won't be any EMI in here, so that's not an issue. That's the backlight controller and the Z-Link. Well, I'm not using headphones, otherwise you can't hear what's going on. And operate. And then the backlight will switch off once you stop pressing keys. Okay, this is another deep under the roots dig. Just got another halfpenny. Not far from the first one, actually. They'll be all through this part because the beauty of this is we're not going to find any decimal coins. They're all going to be, every coin's going to be a pre-decimal. So I'll try to get a date off this. I just gave it a quick bush clean in the sunlight. I'm back in the dark again. It's a Commonwealth penny, so that's a nice older coin, that one. It'll be a King George V. Awesome. Okay, by way of demonstration, I've got a great target here, but this is what I'm dealing with. I've got 2 little saplings here. Just poke the coil in there and I'm getting a... It jumps a bit, so whatever this is, well, it could be a bottle top. Doesn't sound like it though. Target ID is a little inconsistent, but we'll give it a crack and see what's down in here. The light on the pinpoint is coming in handy today. So just down in here. Not far from where we are, because the pinpoint is right on it. Righto. We'll just gently pull that soil back. Okay, I flipped it out of the hole, which was about 7 inches deep. And it's in here somewhere. Oh, it's another coin. It's a penny this time. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a coin. I mean, there was a pretty consistent target ID in the high tones. It wasn't actually a solid number as such, but another coin. It's been old, hopefully it's an old Commonwealth penny. Nice one. Okay, I've given it a bit of a bush clean with a water bottle, but there's a slight clay content in this and it just sticks on this coin. I can't make head or tail of it, if you can pardon that pun. Well, it's an Australian penny, so it's either a Roo penny or an old Commonwealth penny. Like I said, I'll get still pics of these finds and annotate the video as I go along so you can see what I'm digging, because I've got no idea what I'm digging. I'm really enjoying it though. Okay, I've pulled some soil back here and we've got 8082. This is going to be a nice find, I think. May just be another penny, but let's have a look. They tend to ring up pretty high, some of those kangaroos. Down in there, to the right here, this isn't so, I was going to say it's not so bad with the roots, but yes it is. But that's fine. We'll deal with that. Slow and steady, got all day. Oh, that's right on it now. Just got to be really careful here with this. This pick isn't very sharp. It's a matter of lifting the target out and breaking the roots at the same time. It's a leaf. Let's try it with my hand here and see if I can get a handful of it. I may have moved it. No, it's still quite deep. That multi really gets some depth. And this soil is fairly moist from what you saw me here the other day in the pouring rain. And only enhances your depth. Getting better conductivity out of the soil. There we are. It's a thimble. It's a big one too, look at that. No, it's not a thimble, is it? What is it? Yes it is, it's a thimble. It's a strange looking thimble, but that's what it is. Maybe not. Well, it could be the bottom of a lipstick tube. Colling did get a couple of those the other day in here. Could be a lipstick tube. Just had a bit of a drink. Time I caught up with Colling, I can hear it beeping off here in this jungle, but seriously, 5 metres away, no one's visible. Because we tend to wear these camouflaged earthy colours, which don't help. But let's see what she's found. Okay, Colling's just called out. She's got something over here. I think she said she had a coin. Let's go and have a look. Like I said, it's so difficult to spot each other in this stuff. But there is a lot of stuff in here, and it's difficult conditions to detect and dig. So it's the sort of place you can just keep coming back to, and you're going to keep finding stuff. It's just an awesome spot to come detecting. Okay, let's have a look what she's got. She's over here in the darkness. Oh, that's a nice ice. Yeah.
Not very deep, just here.
So is that an old path up over there, isn't it? I think part of the park.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Just here.
Oh yeah.
I think it's a penny, but look at the size.
Oh yeah, definitely a penny. It's a ripper. Let's get it in the sun. Because there's a chance of the old English Britannias in here. Oh, that's a KG6. That'll be a kangaroo, eh?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, nice work.
Sure.
Okay, so you're working in multi today?
No, I've cut it down to 20.
Oh, you're on 20 kilos, up to 20. Oh, well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Righto.
Cut it up.
Now I've just got to locate the detector again. I landed up against a tree in this distance here. That sun-dappled tree. Well, the apex has got that little flash of yellow on it, so it's a bit easier to find. And my old GTI 2500 was green, just blended in with everything, especially in these jungle environments. Righto. Here's an interesting little surface find. Looks like a little medical or perfume bottle. It's a beauty, that one. All intact. There's no chips or marks on it that I can see. Ripper. An 82 here. Based on that proportional audio, that hybrid proportional audio on the apex, it's very close to the coil. Seems compact too. It's not going to be a can, this one. In here somewhere. Not far down. Let's have a look. Right on it. What can it be? Only going too hard with the pick. Soil's nice and loamy. Actually, the relics we've got, or the coins so far, have been in really good nick. Well preserved here. Just loosen it up a bit more. There's a lot of roots down there. Okay. You have it. Looks like we've got a coin. That was a lovely high tone, wasn't it? Another penny. Yep. Once again, I can't really see it in the... The camera's doesn't look too bad on the viewfinder, but it's awfully dark in here and mottled. Okay, well, we'll get a date off this when we can. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see that. It's a Commonwealth penny. I can see 1 penny there. Won't clean up too much here. It's got to be King George V. Beautiful old Australian penny. Okay, that's the hole I got the penny out of. I haven't filled it back in yet. There's another target here, but it's a bit jumpy. Could be associated with the penny, but it's only 40s and 50s. I might have a crack at that and see what's there. Okay, Colling's in this little sun patch here. Called out. Said she had a very difficult dig. What's the story?
Oh, it was right under these roots here.
Okay, which is part of this tree here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to damage the root, so I
No.
went down here, and it seemed like it was right up in there, but then I had to dig under it, and it was actually on the other side there, and there it is there.
Oh, He looks like he got a silver coin.
Looks like a silver, yeah. Just on the top there.
Okay, we'll zoom in and have a look at it. Okay, here's, oh, it's a ripper. This one looks like a sixpence, eh? You going to pick it up or will I? You want to grab that? Yep, sixpence. 79, wasn't it?
Well, actually, when I pulled it, the signal, it was in the 80s to 90s.
Oh, well, it should be 11, yeah. It's sterling.
It looks
Gee,
like
that's
it's
worn.
quite worn, isn't it?
That could be an old English one, eh?
Dunno,
Let's
but
give it a
it's
bush
quite
clean.
worn.
That's a ripper. Let's have a look at it. Okay, as you can see, it's a Victoria sixpence. That's the obverse with Victoria looking to the left. But that's been in circulation forever, because have a look at the other side. It's just worn
Oh
flat.
my gosh.
Beautiful sterling silver. They'll say sixpence with a date, but they've got no hope of getting a date. But that'll be 18, I'd say it's going to be 1870s, 1880s for sure, eh? That's not a Jubilee hit, I don't think, but we'll analyse that later when we get home and see if we can determine. We won't get a date, but we'll get a date range for sure. So that's a pretty rewarding dig. We mightn't get a date, but you were saying you were in that V in the roots there, and you was likely up under the big deep root.
Well, it was signalling right up in here, because
Yeah.
this was all covered, of course. It was signalling right in there, and it was really hard to try and get in there.
Yeah.
And I excavated it underneath there.
Manually, yeah.
And then it, the signal started coming from the other side then over here.
Yep.
So I pulled it through there, but yeah, it's old. It's
Well,
I don't think we'll
it's
get
been
it
there more than 100
so,
years.
Yeah.
You can see the way the tree, the depth you got there, and
Yeah.
and actually you got that in 20 kilohertz, which, you know, if you're hitting that old deep silver, you'd expect to be down on 5 or something, but you've done well there.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a hard dig.
Nice work.
Really hard.
Oh, you can have some lunch as reward when we get out of here.
Oh, thanks.